Joining me now is TYT correspondent Michael Schur. He has breaking news on RFK Jr.'s VP nominee. It has been confirmed. So, Michael.
Yeah, Cenk, thanks. I was able today to affirm through a source very close to the Kennedy campaign that it will, in fact, be Nicole Shanahan, who he announces as his running mate on the independent ticket tomorrow when he makes that announcement in California. Shanahan is a lawyer, a Bay Area lawyer. She is a tech entrepreneur, has made quite a bit of money, is originally from the Washington area, is the former wife, the ex-wife of Sergey Brin, the founder, one of the founders of Google. So you're looking at somebody here who has a lot of money, is well positioned in California. And, you know, one of the things that Kennedy confirmed was that it was going to be an Oakland area or someone with ties to the Bay Area. So they know that this is one of the people that he's been considering. You could look at Aaron Rodgers and say he has ties to the Bay Area as well, having been a quarterback at Cal and from the area. But it has already been announced that Aaron Rodgers will not be his running mate, nor will Jesse Ventura or Andrew Yang or even Rand Paul, whose name came up at certain times. One of the things that you would look at and say, well, two people from California can't be on the same ticket, Cenk. Well, Kennedy maintains his residence in New York. He's a New York voter, has New York as an office in New York. This source said to me that that is not going to be a problem with the candidacy because he is, in fact, a New Yorker. Shanahan, for her part, is also very wealthy, has been a Democratic donor now for quite some time, and gave 25, it seems, gave $6,600, which was the maximum to Kennedy during the Democratic primaries, and then gave a lot of money to the American Values PAC, which put on that ad during the Super Bowl. And that ad during the Super Bowl, which caused a lot of consternation from other Kennedys, other members of his family, in the way it harkened back to JFK and RFK Sr., was something that was a problem. But that money came in, and ballot access is a very important thing. Cenk, you know well about this. The money that it costs to do that, I think that what I've heard now is there is a pledge of a lot of money that's going to come from his running mate, and ballot access would be one of those reasons, Cenk.
Yeah, that makes sense. So media initially broke this story a couple of days ago. You're confirming it. How sure are you that this is what they're going to announce tomorrow?
My source is very solid, has been good on these things. Again, the announcement is tomorrow. I stand by the reporting we've done on this so far, and for all indications to me are that it's going to be Nicole Shanahan who runs with RFK Jr.
Yeah, so Nicole also seems to share his anti-vaccine fervor to some degree. She says she's not an anti-vaxxer, but that she agrees with Kennedy on some of his vaccine positions.
Yeah.
So that they seem to have a common bond there. But yes, you're right. I do know about getting on ballots, and it is incredibly expensive, and that is the #1 hurdle for a third party run. Takes at least $10 million for a third party to get on all the ballots, at least. And so Kennedy doesn't have, even though he's a Kennedy, he doesn't have that kind of money lying around.
Well, even if he has that kind of money lying around, he doesn't have that kind of disposable money lying around, right? So I mean, and she does. I mean, she's given millions and millions of dollars to Democrats and Democratic causes. So to that end, it would be part of, in this case, part of what she would bring to that ticket is the money. And you look at the people that he did speak to, they're all pretty wealthy. I mean, with the exception of Rand Paul, and I can't confirm that he actually spoke to him. That was one of the names that was floated. But we know that Aaron Rodgers has quite a bit of money. We know that Andrew Yang has money of his own. So these sorts of ballot access questions are something, I mean, money was something that he was clearly looking for in reporting this.
Yeah, and last thing is, we've got to mention Wall Street Journal already wrote about this, that there's alleged rumors that she happened to have a relationship with Elon Musk while married to Sergey Brin. And obviously that's a lot of drama in the Silicon Valley area.
Yeah.
So
both she and Brin, whom they share a child, have denied this vehemently. That this was she and Musk, I'm sorry, have denied this vehemently, that there was ever any kind of relationship between the two of them that was untoward or was happening when she was married to Brin. That said, the Wall Street Journal has said that it is a well-sourced story, and they stand by their reporting.
So Brin does not control Google at this point. It's a giant corporation, et cetera, and he's just an individual. But it looks like maybe he's not going to be giving to the Kennedy campaign, is my guess. But it does open up an interesting possibility, whether they're because of that or they're just friendly. You know, a lot of people know each other in the Valley.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she knows a lot more people than Elon Musk. But the fact that she does know Elon Musk and they are friends at a minimum, right?
Yeah.
Could be relevant in this race as well.
Yeah, and how it disturbs and who it disturbs in this presidential race is most important. I don't think anybody sitting here thinks that Robert Kennedy Jr. will be the next president. But what he does in determining who the next president will be, who that affects, whether it's Trump, whether it's Musk, you look at this from the standpoint of here's a lot of money that isn't going to be going to other Democrats that probably otherwise would. Nicole Shanahan gave money to, I think it was $25 million, and I'll have to confirm that in just a moment, to the Biden Victory Fund in the 2020 election. So there's been a great deal of support from Nicole Shanahan to other Democrats. That's money that comes out. On the other hand, if she is somebody with ties to Silicon Valley, maybe that can help President Biden as well.
Yeah, and right now, we shouldn't be too dismissive of RFK Jr. is sitting at least 10 points average.
Yep. Oh, no, I'm not saying dismissive. I'm saying the likelihood is that he won't be president.
Yeah, I understand that. But as far as third-party candidates go, he's in pretty good shape now. Some polling has him all the way up at 15, and that is a big, big number for a third-party candidate to have. And Nicole did, according to other reporting, give $4 million to that Super Bowl ad already for Kennedy. So she's already invested into this campaign to some degree after the big investments into the Democratic Party.
Like I said, it's the $4 million to that, and it is the $25,000 that she gave to the
25,000.
25,000. What did I say?
I think you might have accidentally said 25 million.
No, the $25,000 to the Biden Victory Fund. It was 25,000.
Unless I heard it wrong. Okay.
No, and 6,600 to Kennedy's race in the primary, which is what the maximum was.
All right, Michael Shore, everybody. So TYT confirming Nicole Shanahan will be RFK Jr.'s VP, and that announcement will be tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, that's because of our members. They make us independent, they make us strong, and they make us honest. Become a member today by hitting the join button below.